This is a short video to show how I take the content from the Digin app, or any content, and make it into a Google Slide lesson. So I'm just going to log in to my Digin app. And then we would go to published lessons. So the last ones that were published were on November 3rd. So in the lesson builder, we know that these 3 lessons have already been used, and so I checked with Trisha as well, because sometimes it's easy just to accidentally not publish something. So this week I'm going to work on goodness. Now I'm going to go to the Google Drive. So how you do that is you just type drive.google.com, or I have multiple accounts here, so let me just go to my personal account. You just click here, I call it the waffle. Click on the waffle and you go to Drive, and it opens up the Google Drive for you. Then if you want to make a new presentation, you would go New, Google Slides. You could say blank, or you could say from a template. Doesn't really matter. Sometimes I'll just say blank, and I'll add my own template to it and pretty it up. The themes are over here. You can decide. I'll just choose a basic one. And then you might want to give it a title. This is Fruit of the Spirit, Goodness. And what I often will do is put the date on so I don't forget. Sunday, December 1st, 2019. And I'm actually, because sometimes I'll cover the little kids and I want to make sure I know which one this is for. I'll just pick up the text box tool. 7 to 11 years. So I will know what it is. It works the exact same way as most word processors. That's a little large. You could just play with this and decide what you want. I think we should make that white because everything else is white. Align vertically. Line horizontally on the left. There we go. So that lined up nicely. Just things like that, right? So now I want to have a new slide. You can click here and see what kind of slide that you want to have. I'll have a title and body. I always tell the students what we're going to do. So we usually have a warm-up video, and then we'll have a Bible lesson. Maybe we're going to do an art, or maybe we're going to play a game, whatever you decide to do. So then I would add the next one. Then I would go over to the music video that they suggested. I usually just do one, and I have a look at them. Let's say I like this first one. Alright, so let's say I like this one. I'll literally just copy, go back to my presentation, make some words, right click, make it into the link. So that will work when we're live. So it's just a matter of going through and choosing what you want to do. When you go to present it at church, it takes the whole screen. It looks really nice. So I always start, and then I just kind of work my way through, and all these links are working If you were worried if the internet wasn't working, you can actually even download them onto the hard drive. You can log into our smart TVs and you'll be able to get them out of your Google Drive. It'll automatically name it, which is nice, and then I usually go 7 to 11, so I know that this was for grades 7 to 11. I don't like spaces in file names. It takes up space. Fruit of the Spirit. If you wanted to be a little fancier, let's say you were going to need to add in animation or an image. For example, maybe I want to make that a bit smaller, and then I want to put a clip art in or something here. It's just like Microsoft Word. Image, you can say search the web. Good deeds, good quotes. I mean, there's so many different things that you could choose. You might want to just use Google Images. And maybe look even for the word goodness. Because sometimes it's nice to even have that one in there. Yeah, like that's a nice one, right? Okay, no, I went too far in. Right click. You can just copy your image, put it in here. The kids would like that. But say I wanted now some animation to come in. I want the title to be there when it starts, but then I want this to come in second. You can just click it, right click it, animate. It'll say how do you want it to come in. I personally like the fade in on the click, so we're clicking, and then you can say the same, it's going to fade in. If you have more than one thing, you can check by paragraph, so the first line and then the second line, etc. So you just really have to play and decide. Oh, I didn't do the second animation, but there's the first one. I thought I animated him. Fade in. Oh, I didn't. If I could fade in. Oh, wait, I'm not clicking on him. Fade in, on click. Yes, that should work. Play. Interesting. Okay. Let's click him. Up here. Alright, I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not worried about it. Oh, okay. I was clicking the slide for the transitions between the slides. This is how one comes in and one leaves if you want to get fancy. But when I click here, maybe I want it to appear, or maybe I want it to fly in from the left. So if I say present, now it won't be there. Then I click once. We can talk about what it means to be good, and then my image can fly in. So, I mean, it works the same as PowerPoint. If you need any help with the technical side of this, you can ask me, you can Google it. It's actually kind of fun. The kids like these, so good luck with it. And I do it for every lesson, and then I can just share it, right? So when I'm all done, I just share with Anthony, for example, and then he doesn't have to do anything. You know, hi Anthony, here is the template for this Sunday's lesson on goodness. And I don't know, I'm still working on it, but it will be done by tomorrow. And you just click on save. Oh, interesting. That's only because I'm doing the video, probably, that it doesn't want to do that. Alright, that should work. I'm not sure why it doesn't want to work. but it normally always does. You can also get the shareable link and just email it to him. So we'll have to figure out what its problem is. If you want Anthony to just view it and not actually make changes, you could do that as well. There, it worked. Interesting. Okay, good luck.